Hey guys, what's up? Ryan from District Cutlery here. I want to talk to you guys about angles. All right, you guys new to the game, getting your freehand game on. Just want to talk about something about angles and how you don't really want to necessarily worry so much about what angle it is, but it's maintaining the angle, which is the most important thing. My rule of thumb is that for really nice knives like this, I can take a low angle. All right, maybe like 10 to 15 in that ballpark. What your angle is, if you kind of look at it. Now, I don't know what number that is, but I know that that's an appropriate angle. So that's the angle that I'm going to pick. Okay, don't worry if it's like not 12 or 13 or 15 and a half or whatever, because you're never going to, it's always going to vary anyway because you're doing it by hand. All right, so my rule of thumb, a nice Japanese blade, carbon steel, I'm going to have a low angle. Say like a Wusthof German, high quality Western style knife, I can have a medium angle, maybe like 15 to 20, 25. Again, not so much worried about the number. A crappy knife from China or whatever, or a softer steel, I'm going to have a really higher angle because it's not going to be able to hold that edge. So there's a fine balance. So it's sort of really nice knife, low angle. Medium knife, medium angle. Poor knife, a higher angle. All right, that's going to get you by. Not worry about the exact degrees or worrying about those gadgets that tell you what angle it is. If the knife is super dull, you can do whatever you want with it anyway. So this is a knife blade from a lovely customer. I fixed this blade up a few times. So it's a lower angle. So I'm just going to go through real quick, my simple process. I like Shapton. This is a 320. All right, I can generally start with it. I think this is a white steel blade. It's already pretty good, in pretty good condition. But, it could use some work. You see my rubbing my fingers on it. All right. So 320 Shapton. Now the angle, all right. That looks good. It looks really low, but this steel can hold it, all right? And what I'm going to do, I got my thumb on the back. And then, again, it's not what angle you're choosing. It's the consistency of the angle. Already there's a nice burr on the left side. I'll come back to the right side. And then you can almost hear when that burr comes up. And there we go. I've got a nice burr, so I'm going to move on. There's no need to grind anymore in your coarser stone. Once you have a burr, move on. Now again, what angle? All right, I'm going to check. Okay, that's where it was. Remember, there'll always be some variation in your hand angle because you're not a machine. But with experience, what you're going to find is that your angle is going to be more consistent. And the best way to see that is take a look at the edge in some light. All right, you want to find the reflection, and it's a steady stream. Or you'll notice your edge is starting to concave a little bit. That's because you're all wobbly with your with the hand that you've got the knife in. You can see I'm using both hands. Okay. I technically don't know how to sharpen with just one hand. I need to turn it over and use both hands. It's just I get a consistent angle that way. All right, 1,000 grit. I have a burr. I'm going to move on. 4,000 grit. A little clean water there. This is my Tojiro 4K. I love these stones. I have them for sale if you need them. I used to finish all my knives up to 8, and then, I've had some chefs working for me, and they take their knives into work, and they said that the 4K was the best finishing stone that they found. It's got a nice toothy edge, but puts a beautiful polish on there as well. Notice my points of pressure. This is going to be a common theme in these videos. Just walking my fingers up the blade. I'm doing the tip. Now I'm doing just below the tip, working, just kind of dancing my fingers down with my pressure on the edge. I don't have my fingers up here on the spine because then you're fighting against yourself, okay? So always fingers. You basically want like half your finger on the stone and half your finger on the knife. Now I'll usually do double pass, work the 4K twice just to get a better polish on there. All right, 3-finger test of sharpness. Feels good. I'll deburr with my straw real quick. Again, ironwood, leather, and gunny juice. This is 1 micron, I believe. So I'll work one side, work the other side. Don't come in at a high angle now. It's better to be too low on this stropping process, or else all your work on the stones is done. You're gonna roll. You're gonna kind of like round your edge, even though it's just leather and a slight abrasive. You can still round off that nice crisp apex that you just worked by maintaining the consistent bevel. Okay. So again, just remember: great steel, low angle; medium steel, medium angle; less than ideal steel, a higher angle. So 3-finger test of sharpness. Oh my God. White steel magic right here. If I got any hair, I'm out of hair on my left hand. Beautiful blade. It's Ryan from District Cutlery. Again, don't worry about the angle, worry about the consistency of the angle. Thanks, everyone.